Let's use this device to deploy this bait out of the ocean, catch a huge Spanish mackerel, cut it up cutlets, and cook it on the campfire. Let's get into it. Today's gonna be the day. All right, these are looking really good. Oh, look at the bars on it, man. You're dealing with an unpredictable animal. Time to let the tyres down. 15 is gonna be the lucky number for today. This beach can get quite boggy. Just go low to begin with. Take out the stress. As usual, ARB deflator. This beach is super soft, so I'm gonna have to pull up and let a few PSI out of these tyres. 15, 16 seems too high. I'm gonna have to drop it down to 10 or 12. I'm gonna go down to 12 PSI. Super boggy sand, horrible. I haven't been on this beach for over 10 years, so a little bit of excitement to be back here. Old stomping ground, used to come here quite a lot as a young fella. Fishing, gas ballooning, a lot of bottom fishing, a lot of beach fishing, and just haven't really been back to the area. So it's good to be back. It's all looking a little bit familiar now. It's all coming back to me. A bit of nervousness when you come on these trips solo, when you're first rocking up. When you're by yourself, you're always thinking, you know, how soft's the sand gonna be? What's the access gonna be like? And then I guess the other things come into play. This place holds fish, but is there fish here holding at the moment? What's the wind gonna be like? I'm going on a bit of a gamble. I'm purely targeting Spanish mackerel. I don't have any other gear with me. If the mackerel aren't on, then I'm not gonna catch anything, and then the whole trip could potentially be a waste of time. There's a little bit at stake. I'm looking for a bit of a beach cutting. I don't want to be fishing on the reef. I don't even have a gaff with me. So I'd prefer to try and find a beach cutting so I'm fishing on the actual sand. That's the goal of this trip, is to catch a fish off the sand, a big fish off the sand. I think I found the spot. There's a fire pit here, park it up, set up a camp, and get absolutely lifted on the gas. Here we are, baby. Home sweet home for a few days. Have a look at this. Sun's got a bit more in her. Beautiful beach. No one around. Let's set up a camp. Let's get on the gas. And let's get absolutely lifted, baby. Sun's just about to go down and the camp is set up. I'm living super simple. I'm only here for 3 days. Got one fridge and freezer. I'm running that off the solar. I did bring a generator just to vac seal some fish. I really want to get a Spaniard off the sand, and this is the trip. We've got 3 days to make something happen, and I reckon we're gonna make something happen. We're gonna get bit. Oz Tent Bunker, wouldn't recommend buying one of these. Look how I'm holding it up, mate. Oz Tent Bunker requires more maintenance than a Haynes Hunter to keep working. I've custom bolted a few things back together and a bit of duct tape, and I'm just making it happen, man. I'm just making it happen. An unreal view. The best balcony you can get. We've got the fire pit. We've got one cooking station. We've got the rod that I'm gonna be rigging up tomorrow, getting on the gas. We've got the rigging station. We've got the car station. This is the chill spot. How's the view on that? That's the angle, fridge and freezer. We got some gars in there. We got a little bit of food and a heap of caffeine that's frozen. And then we got a heap of firewood, a couple of spare rods, big dog wood for the fire, max tracks in case we get bogged, generator here. And I've also set this generator up over here because this is a bit of a track. I don't want someone coming through in the middle of the night and ba-boom, taking me out. So I'm gonna put a generator in the middle of the track, and they can take my generator out, smash that up, and that'll give me a bit of warning to be able to get out of bed and tell them, go around that way, mate. There's plenty of room. Fit a semi through there. This is the next thing you got to bring camping. A mat. You need a mat. Saves getting sand through everything. I love a mat and I hate sand going through everything. Hopefully the winds play the game tomorrow. If the winds play the game, we are going to get absolutely lifted. I already know it. gonna start rigging up now, so I'm ready first thing in the morning. Could be a first light raid on the max. So as that light cracks, I want to be out there fishing. I don't want to be wasting my time rigging up in the morning. Gonna do a full rundown rig up video on my website, westcoastsalt.net. So if you're interested in that, it's completely free. Jump on there and I'll show you exactly how I've rigged this up. 490 octopus hooks, octopus skirt, 150 pound wire, 80 pound leader, actually 100 pound leader, I lie, about 50 meters worth. Defrost some gars overnight, ready for first thing in the morning. Lifted. Coming here and only targeting Spanish mackerel, it's a little bit of a gamble. I don't have any other gear. All I have is just gas ballooning gear with the one target of Spanish mackerel off the beach. So it's a little bit of a gamble if the wind doesn't play the right cards or there's just no fish here. Like often it does happen. Sometimes there's just no fish here. There has been a pretty hot bite here lately, so I'm pretty confident that we're gonna get bit, but it always goes through your head. What if the fish have moved on and they're not here? I'm definitely relying on the east wind. If the wind isn't strong enough, I won't be able to get gas out and the trip could potentially be a failure. So really relying on that east wind. One thing to note is if it's a really cold night, chances are the next morning it's going to be quite a strong easterly, and tonight it is pretty cool. That's why I got the fire cranking. So I'd be pretty confident tomorrow morning we're going to be getting a little bit of screaming east. It's forecast 12 knots. Often if it's forecast for 12, probably is going to be a little bit more than that. Most people know that through boating. So hopefully on this occasion, it's a little bit windier than forecasted. Good bloody morning. It's about 5 a.m, still pitch black. Good news is it is howling easterly wind. Wouldn't say howling, but at least 12 knots, and it is bloody cold. If you take one thing away from this video, remember that when it is cold of a night or cold in the morning, the easterly wind's gonna be strong. Today's no different. It's freezing bloody cold, but that easterly is pumping, and that means we can get a gassy out. So I'm absolutely frothing. I'm gonna wait till that sun comes up. I got the bait out defrosting now, and as soon as that sun cracks, we're gonna blow a balloon up and absolutely send one out. Let's get lifted. Oh man, it is freezing cold. Absolutely freezing. Bit of X-bait thread. Mate, my hands are frozen. I can't believe how cold it is. It's up like a mummy. I'm happy it's cold because that means it's going to be good wind, but I'm not going to lie, it is freezing and I am shaking in my boots. Glide that skirt up, straight on the snozzer. Look at that. We are going to get lifted, baby. Sun is just cracking. It's time to deploy a bait. Spanish mackerel, first light feeders, so it's always good to get a bait out first light. Let's send it. I might even take my Ugg boots off for this one. Oh, this water looks cold. It's actually really warm. The water is really warm. I'm gonna wait for this one wave, and then I'm gonna deploy. Deploying. Whew! That water's actually really warm. Too lovely. The only bad thing about deploying in the dark is you can't see your bait. You have to sort of wait till the sun comes up to see if your bait's working, and that's why you need confidence in your setup. I know the setup I've got. I know that that bait's going to be skipping, And that's the difference between catching fish and not catching fish. I'm gonna boost this out about 150 meters. So that bait's hitting about 200 meters out. Let's have a look on the drone what it actually looks like skipping out there. One thing we have to be careful here is there's a bit of a big shore break. This is actually quite a low swell at the moment, but there's still a bit of a shore break. So I have to keep my line tight so that it doesn't get stuck in that wave and then in turn get stuck on the low-lying reef that's all along this shore base here. Rod's in the rod holder up there. We're deploying. Just want to avoid that reef and that one there. Yeet. Boom. Now I run back to my rod. I leave the ratchet on so it doesn't overrun. There we go. Are you kidding me? Now all my bites have been far out. Binoculars, really good addition to your bit of kit to be able to spot your bait or whether you've been baited. The drone also handy, but harder to deploy. Binoculars, quick and easy. 2 baits, skipping like a champ. Waiting game. Oh, just got bit, missed the hooks. Spanish mackerel. 4 sharp hooks and it misses all of them. 300 meter wind in, that's why I got the second bait deployed. Now as I'm winding in, I'm still fishing. Swing and a miss. Look at that, just missed the back hook. The second hook, just missed it. Absolute dog rash. Rebait. Go, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Oh, he turned off. Wouldn't read about it. Bait presentation with gas ballooning is everything. If your bait is sitting in the water doing nothing, it's not gonna get bit. It's as simple as that. If your bait is presented nice and it's splashing on top of the water, it's gonna get bit. All right, we're away. We're away. Yep, up tight. Absolutely lifted. I was on the phone to me mate, just ringing Rex Hunt, letting him know I'm on the gas, and boom, got lifted. Really good bite, beautiful bite. Hopefully we can sneak him past the sharks. I wasn't running a lot of drag, just a light drag. Once again on that far bait, that bait was about 400, a good 300 out anyway. Got a nice opening here of just beach. I want to avoid all the reef areas. I got one reef right in front of me. Oh, he's going for another run. Oh. Might have been sharked. Nah, it's still a fish. Now, because it had that second run, I know it's a big fish. A third run. Geez, he's really putting up quite a fight, which is unusual for a Spaniard, because going for another run. Big mackerel. Woo! That's how I party, baby. That is how I party. Yeah, boy. Let's get the hooks out. Oh, and then get some photos. Hooked him twice. No need for trebles. Big Spaniard from the sand. I wanted this fish bad. I knew it was a big fish. The way it had a few runs, I was actually fishing quite light drag. I do that to combat the sharks. If he wants to run, I'll let him run. I'm absolutely stoked. Spanish mackerel from the sand on day one. We're gonna cut this up and we are having cutlets on the fire tonight for dinner. I am frothing. I love this shit, man. I truly love this shit. Fish like this froth me out, man. This is awesome. I've caught 100 of these, thousands of these Spanish mackerel, but every time I catch one, my blood pumps, man, and I'm absolutely frothing. I'm excited. The boys light up. When we talk about the boys light up, that's what this is all about, baby. The boys light up on big fish. Ew! Cutlets tonight, baby. Cutlets tonight. Have a look at him. Look at those chompers, boy. Ah, big bars on it. Oh. Oh, mate, I am frothing. We're gonna bleed this fish. I wanna really look after it. I'm gonna bleed it, and then we're gonna do it in cutlets. I don't have any ice, right? No ice. So I'm gonna bleed this fish, wash it in a bit of water, and then we're gonna fill it up really quick. We wanna look after it, and we want it to be primo. Oh, mate, we're gonna get unreal feeds off this thing over the campfire. Cutlets, beautiful, cannot wait. Spanish mackerel cutlets. Yeah, baby. The way I'm gonna prepare this, I want a few cutlets and I might get a fillet out because I also want to keep the belly for a sword bait. So I only need a few cutlets for tonight, but I'd also like to cut a few extra up for my friends back at home because it's beautiful to have fresh, and on a trip like this I can actually bring it back fresh. So we're gonna cut the tail off there. Sometimes you just need a bigger knife. Oh yeah. Cutlet number 2. Two-stager. We bring Big Daddy knife in. Boom. Beautiful cutlet. So what the idea of the cutlet is, because it's got that bone in there, it retains a lot of the moisture. All that fish flesh in there, when you cook it, it becomes really, really moist and absolutely unreal. Cutlets, really good way to prepare your fish. It's actually harder to cut them than I thought. I haven't done these for quite a long time. They're actually giving me a bit of grief. His backbone just... All right, his backbone's really quite thick, hard to get through with a knife. Let's wash that. God, his backbone is thick. Oh, that is going to be unreal. So I only need a couple. I only really need 2 to feed me, and I'm going to do a few extra to take home for friends. Absolutely loves it. Look at that. Oh, give it a wash up. Oh, they are going to be too lovely, man. Have a look at that. Now we're going to get a fillet off this. If you keep doing the cutlets all the way down there, you have to gut the fish. Well, you don't have to gut it, but you're going to have guts in your cutlets, so you've got to deal with that. So I just take the tail end for the cutlets, and then I fillet this top end. That's how I've always done it. Bit of a shortcut, then you don't have to deal with that stomach and all that jazz. Take a look at that, baby. Mackerel slabs. Too lovely. Now I've left that stomach as well. We're going to turn that into a sword bait later on. We're not going to catch the swordfish off the beach. That's for out in the boat. Now, if I had ice, I'd ice that fish up for a while before I fillet it, but I don't have any ice, so I just do this quick. Any fish, it'll definitely firm up a lot nicer if you do have ice, but no ice, fillet it straight away. Absolute slabs, baby. Whoa! Taking that section for a sword bait. Got a nice belly flap for a sword bait. Okay. All right, now portion sizes. So with the cutlets, you're obviously taking home all the backbone. So on a trip like Dirk Hardog Island, it doesn't really suit because you're going to be wasting too much fillet. You're not getting, you bring a lot of meat home, but you got a lot of backbone in your meat. So if you're on a long trip, fillet it like that. If you're like me and I'm going home in 2 days, so I'm not going to be bringing back 20 kilos. Well, I hope I'm not anyway. So I can afford to go a few cutlets and mix it up, but have a look at that. Beautiful flesh. Cutlets for dinner, and then I'll save a bit of this, save a big slab like that, and we can cook that up as well. Maybe tomorrow lunchtime or something like that. But I'm gonna put this in the bucket, and then I'm gonna put it in a bag. I'm gonna chill it down in the fridge for a bit, and then we're gonna start vac sealing what we don't need, and I probably won't freeze anything. The joy of a trip like this is you don't have to freeze the fish. I'm only here for 2 days, or 3 days total. 1 day's down. So I don't need to freeze the fish. I can keep it in my angle, keep it fresh. That way when I get home and give it out to my friends and family, it's a lot fresher and a lot better. Once you freeze this fillet, there's no way it tastes as good. Really, can't stress that enough. If you can bring home fish that's fresh and not frozen, just do it, because it's gonna taste 10 times better and you're gonna get 10 times more out of your fish. And we won't forget this dirty sword bait. All right, let's go chill this fish, have a bit of a relaxer, and then get into some vac sealing. What an absolute pearler of a morning. Oh no. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I just lost a full combo into the drink. WCF, worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is the drag was up too tight and my rod just ended up in the water. It's gone. The bait's still skipping there, or not, it's got a fish on it. There's a fish on it. I'm still on. See the balloon on the surface? Look at this, lad. Look at this. That's where it skidded. And it's just come out of the rod holder, mate. It's come out of the rod holder. Can you believe it? Look. You wouldn't read about it. I actually thought it would just get stuck there in the surf. Like there's a bit of reef there. I thought it'd get stuck, but it hasn't. Shimano Torsa that I do use here and there, and an old land-based game rod that I haven't used in 10 years. Donated to the ocean. You win some, you lose some, and I lost that one. That's gone. Oh, I can't say I've ever done that or seen that before. I'm glad it was my shit combo, but I do use that torso. I've had that torso for like 10 years and now it's gone. Don't know what to say. We're like, rest in peace, torso. I've got nothing, man. I've got nothing. I'm gonna put a drone up and just see if there's anything hanging out there. It's just gone, mate. I was actually taking my shirt off, swapping shirts when it ran. I could hear it running. Put this shirt back on, sent it down there, and there's just no combo, man. Carnage on the high seas. Pick the bird up and just see if we can see anything. Look, this is where I was putting the shirt on, mate. It caught me off guard. I was putting this shirt on. I didn't even get to get the shirt. What a dog. The fish is still there. I can see the fish. The fish is still attached. I just need to find the rod and reel and I can grab it and I can get the fish. I cannot believe this. I actually cannot believe this. The fish is still there. Lord have mercy on my torso, please. All right. I can't deal with this right now. I cannot deal with this right now. This is killing me inside. I don't mind losing a combo, but the fact that the fish is still attached, I can't. This only happens to me, this type of shit. Just sitting there, not getting sharked. It's still attached. I just can't find the rod. I'm droning to try and find the rod. If I can see the rod, I'll swim out and get it, but I can't find the rod anywhere. It's just, the mackerel's just, it's just hanging out there. It's just hanging on the bottom, chilling. Get a mullet bait. Take that off. We've just been bit. Didn't connect. Fresh bait, mullet. Mullet are a good bait. They're a little bit cheaper and just a different option. Now this rig, you can see it's quite longer than the mullet. Once again, the end hook of a mullet bait, I want it through its jaw and out its head. This is going to be, there's longer hooks than there is bait, but it's okay, don't stress. You don't need to re-rig and make another rig. Just re-rig smart. So, once again, I go through the belly, hook myself, bunch all this excess wire up. That's the idea of the bait thread. I can hide all that. Straight through the top of his mouth. See that? Straight through the top. That one there is very important. That's what's going to hold it all together. So now when I bait thread this, we're going to have protruding hooks sticking out everywhere. And the mackerel has got a good chance of when he goes to nail this thing, he's going to get a mouthful of sharp 9/0 hooks. Wrap it up like a mummy, holding the wire in, hook by hook. Bottom hook first. Be wrapped up beautifully. Now let's have this hook sticking out too. Quite a heavier bait. Mullet's good for when the wind picks up as well. Bit of a heavier bait holding the water. You don't have to use a sinker, just put a bigger bait on. And let's face it, everything eats mullet. I would say my premium bait, yeah, it's a garfish, but mullet, everything eats a mullet. There's nothing that doesn't eat a mullet. And you'll often see locations like this, a beach location, you'll often see mullet swimming around. No Spanish mackerel's gonna swim past this mullet and not eat it. All right, don't even worry about figure eighting it or half itching. Just pull it off and snap it off, mate. There we have it. A beautiful mullet ready to be deployed. Hook sticking out. A mackerel hits that, it's gonna connect with hooks. It's the best chance of connecting with hooks. It's about 4:30 in the arvo. Sun's still quite high, but it'll go down pretty quick. We are in winter, so it'll get dark pretty quick. So gonna get the fire started a bit early. So by the time it's sunset and it's be nice and cold and up and should be ready to go. Had a lot of trouble last night getting the fire going because everything was so wet. Put a bit more love into it tonight. bit more of a stick foundation here. Let's see how she goes. Light that up. Certainly no flint. No survivalist flint guy on this one. This is just lighter, start a fire, and get going, get into it. Got me fire absolutely ripping in the background there. Just thought I'd do some quick tasks, do a bit of vac seal and get it over and done with. I was almost going to leave it till tomorrow. I thought, no, that would be lazy. Do it now. Got some of it sorted out for dinner tonight, and then I've got quite a lot that I'm going to vac seal. I wanted to keep a lot fresh. That's not even working. Have another go at that, Skip. I wanted to keep a lot fresh, but I'm actually running low on fridge space. I've got hardly any fridge space and heaps of freezer space. So I'm gonna have to freeze a little bit. Bit disappointing, but whatever I can fit in fresh, I will, and whatever else. That's sword bait. Get rid of that. So always vac seal. Even on a small trip like this, I'll still bring my vac sealer. So that is running off generator power. I don't have an inverter in the car at the moment, but it's a bit of an upgrade I'll probably do soon. For now, just bring the generator, no stress. Big slabs, if I can keep that fresh and not frozen, I will definitely have a go at it. So there's some cutlets, they're gonna be for my mate at work. So tonight it's gonna be mackerel cutlets, what we were talking about before. I've been thinking about mackerel cutlets all week, definitely cooking them. Gonna do it real simple, just a bit of salt and pepper, bit of butter, keep it real simple. And then I might do some potatoes on the fire as well. I love cooking on the fire. So that there, beautiful feed for home. That'll be for one of the boys at work. Just wrapped up some spuds in a bit of alfoil. Got this fire coaling up. We'll get this section here. Put them in. Oh, that is hot. That is really hot. A little bit on top. Keep him for later on. Yeah. Leave those for a while. Then I'm going to put this grill plate on and get some cutlets cooking. It's always a bit of a gamble, as I was saying last night, just rocking up with only mackerel gear, but it paid off an absolute cracker, man. I'm absolutely frothing. When a plan like this goes to plan, it's unbloody real. I had my heart set on cutlets, and tonight we're cooking cutlets. The funny part about that torser is I've had that reel for about 15 years, at least 12 years, probably more like 15 years. And about 10 to 12 years ago, the same thing happened. I was shark fishing at Steep Point and I turned around and that rod and reel, not that rod, just that reel, was skidding along the sand and went into the drink. And I ran in to the drink and saved it. So it only feels right that that combo sent it out there today, and that's how I lost it. It actually feels right. That reel just wanted to be in the ocean, mate. It just wanted to be in the ocean, and I've let it go free into the ocean. So, mate, good riddance. I'll buy another reel and he can stay in the ocean and hang out with the baries or whatever he wants to do. Quite ironic. Fuck it, man. Got our cutlets. Just gonna give them a good dose and a pepper. Unfortunately, which really sucks for me because I love salt, but I haven't bought much salt. I'm on like full-on rations of salt. Really, really disappointing. Nonetheless, we have lots of pepper. So let's go hard on the pepper and soft on the salt. I'll save the salt for later. little bit of olive oil. Gonna keep this really, really simple, this one. Olive oil over it. That fire's actually really, really hot. That's why I've taken my jumper off and just got a shirt. That hot plate's just heating up now. So another few minutes, we're gonna chuck these on and whoosh. I think that's ready to go. Rid of that good stuff there. All right, I'm ready to cook these bad boys. Big scoop of butter. Come on, baby, come off. Whoop. Yep, not into the fire. Let's not put it into the fire. There's always some risk cooking on a fire, isn't there? Big boys. Bit of olive oil on top. Another big scoop of butter. Straight on top there. It's just so hot. Whew, I can't even sit next to it, mate. It's the middle of winter. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, brother. All right, a little bit more pepper. I'm absolutely starving. I really haven't eaten much today. I was going to cook up a feed at lunch, and then it just got a little bit hectic, and I never really cooked anything. So, not the first meal of the day, but the first proper feed of the day. I think these things need to be flipped. All right, these are looking really good. They need about another minute. Oh, they're almost done now, I think. They are looking absolutely unreal. They're a little bit pickier to eat, the cutlets, but the meat, it just goes really, really juicy because of that bone bit. It goes unreal. They look delicious. Let's get these suckers off. That little one's definitely done. Ah, big boy. Oh, he's broken apart. He's broken apart. Oh, it's hot, man. Really, really hot. All right, you're not gonna win an award from presentation with this type of stuff, but have a look at those little medallions that come out. It needs salt. Let's try one first. Try before you buy. Whew. Man. That is so bloody good. That's unreal. Really, really moist meat. That is so good. All right, let's dish up. Potatoes. Whoop. Potatoes with a heap of sand in them. Now. No, it's just the outside. Get rid of that. All right, cut those suckers open. Oh, I've nailed them. I've absolutely nailed them. Look. Look at that. I nailed it. I've been thinking about this feed, man. That gets separate salt and pepper. These little medallions. I'm gonna cheat, and I'm just gonna take out the medallions because they're the best bit. And we'll get picking on the rest of it later. All the skin and all the bone just comes off it. Another one. Bit of coleslaw. Get some more fish on there because I know I'm going to come back for more. Another medallion. I've been dying for this feed, man. Spanish mackerel cutlets, potatoes, coleslaw. Let's absolutely get into this. Here we are. A little bit of sriracha ketchup. Oh man, absolutely ridiculous. Try the potato. Bit of butter. Mate, that is unreal. In my head that I wanted to do Spanish mackerel cutlets for a while. Today was definitely the day. I've had an absolute cracker day. Even though I lost the combo, I'm not gonna let that affect my day. Tomorrow morning, it's gonna be much the same. I'm gonna get up early. Might get the fire going again in the morning. Because this morning it took a long time for the light to come up. It's like 6:30. I got up at 5, I had to wait a long time for the light, so I'll probably do the same thing tomorrow. I like getting up early. Get up early. If I got time, I'll get a fire going and have a coffee on the fire. If not, we'll just hang around. So, till tomorrow morning, oh bloody roo. Good bloody morning. About 5:30 in the morning. Not sure why I'm talking quiet, because there's no one else here. But nonetheless, it's still pitch black. 5:30 in the morning, and it is freezing cold. I love getting up early. It's not going to be light for another hour, but I like getting up early. Today's no different. It's that cold. I'm getting the fire going this morning. I might even cook some coffee on the fire. It is absolutely freezing, man. I had a mad sleep because it was so cold. It was really just good sleeping weather. But here we are. Let's get this fire going, wait for that light to crack. We've got another hour, so we're gonna hang out for a bit and then we get fishing. Needed that. I got my baits defrosting. They're not in the fire. Ooh, that's smoky. They're just next to the fire. So as that light cracks, my bait will be defrosted, ready to go. I've got some young fellas fishing up next to me, but they've tried a few times. They've had a few trips. They haven't caught a Spanish mackerel. They've been to Quabba. They've been here. And went over last night, had a look over their gear, and they're really on the right track. Everything, all their gear looks good, and the bite's on here. So I reckon they're going to get their first Spanish mackerel today. And I'm going to be bloody stoked for them if they do. If they do, I'm going to go up and congratulate them and maybe get a bit on camera of their first Spanish mackerel. But yeah, I reckon today's the day that some young fellas next to us are going to get their first Spaniard on the deck. And I love seeing that, man. Especially knowing that they've worked hard for it. They've been on a few trips, they've hooked them, they've been sharked, they haven't landed them. They're doing all the right things, and they're working hard, and that's what fishing's all about. Put in the work, and you get rewarded eventually. We're gonna get absolutely lifted this morning. The conditions are primo. Hardly any swell, there's just no swell. And this spot can be really annoying if there's swell. Really hard to get your bait out and really hard to deal with. But there's no swell, the easterly's howling. It's absolutely on. It's a lift time, baby. And hopefully we don't lose a rod today, eh? I tell you what, if I lose a rod today, I'm packing this shit up and getting out of here. And I'm not coming back. Be absolutely Alan Moffat. Look at that, slad. And I gave my balloon a little top shot of gas, a little spritzer. Let's give that a test. So we like to do the test. See, that's just on the ground a little bit too much. See, it's just taken off. But what I've got on my side is I know that in another hour, the wind's gonna pick up. So that's gonna get lifted even higher. So for me, I'd be happy to send that out. But if it was, say, midday and there's no more wind coming, I know this is the strongest it's gonna get, I'd probably give that a little bit of a spritzer of gas, just a little bit more to get a little bit more lift. What you just don't want it hovering up here. If it's hovering up head height, you know you got too much gas. So I'd say that's gonna be just enough. It's just gonna be sitting on the surface, but as that wind picks up, it'll get a bit higher during the day. So I'm happy with that. And I reckon it's gonna get bit before we even get to that stage. It's actually very light wind. It was really strong this morning. The sun's come up and now it's really light, but it is dead east, so I think we'll be all right. What I'm gonna do is a little bit of a trick here. I'm gonna send this balloon out and I'm gonna leave it in the rod holder. I'm gonna run down that way to launch it. And that way I'll just get a little bit more angle, better for launching. All right, bait deployed. Mate. You gotta be kidding me. People fishing just there. Not the fucking North Mole, mate. I don't know if it was the best bait deploy. I didn't want to get my Ugg boots wet. So I didn't go that deep. I didn't go anywhere near the water, I'm gonna be honest with you. I stayed really away from the water. I threw the bait and I don't even think it made the water, but fucking it'll make it out there. Oh, it looks like these guys are gonna keep moving. If someone fishes there, you gotta be kidding me, mate. There's a whole fucking beach, mate. I don't know about that one. Don't know if anyone else is like me, but if I'm fishing, I like to give people space. You want to get out here to go. I hate people. You want space. People fish right next to you. Fucking cooks me. I'm gonna go tell him to get moving. All right, they're off. Thank God. That would have been stupid fishing there. Have a look at this sky, man. Balloon's out there sitting pretty. Oh, sun's just cracking. Birds are chirping. Let's get absolutely lifted, baby. Come on. So as usual, first light in close. Sun's just starting to crack now and get a bit higher up. So I'm gonna go out another 50. Yesterday, I definitely noticed all the bites out far. When I was running two baits, the bait in close didn't get touched. Bait out far got lifted every time. Go with my gut feeling, punch out another 50. We've had one bite, missed the hooks. Tough conditions in the office. We'll survive. Oh no. Oh no, we got some serious mischief here. Skip's about to go 2-2-2 on lost combos. Tiger combo is about to send it into the water because this shark is about to take the absolute cleaners. Yep, he's on. He's actually on. This is not ideal. Just drone back. Well, I know it's a shark. Let's send this thing, brother. Want a bit of a tussle, do you? I'll give you a tussle, lad. The brakes on him. He wants a tussle. Oh, he's off. Ah, I actually would have had a go at him, eh? Looked like a cool shark. If I had had my rod and reel in my hand, yeah, I would have pulled the bait out of its mouth and I wouldn't have hooked the shark. But I'm solo, I'm flying a drone. I'll let it take the bait. To be honest, I was actually ready for a bit of a shark tussle. Re-rig, let's send another one. Let's get bit, baby. Another gar, another day, another gar. Wait this guy up. He was a big shark. Through the belly, always through the belly. Mackerel hit from underneath. Vex bait thread. Oh, if I can get it on there, it's not hard, mate. It's not hard at all. Lunchtime, cut lamb chops, olive oil, hot pan, We're gonna take the cruiser for a burn. Wow, I've just come back from a drive and then noticed all these birds out the front of my camp. Put the drone up and have a look what I've seen. Oh man, I could watch these fish forever. Unfortunately, I keep running out of battery, but a truly amazing thing. Pretty much all I'm doing is finding one bird. All I need is one bird. I find one bird, I follow him out, and it's just taking me to packs of tuna every time. Truly amazing, man. You don't actually need a lot of birds. We figured that with marlin fishing. Sometimes just one bird is all you need to find fish. One bird and it'll take you to something like this. Truly unreal, man. I could watch this all day. Those potatoes last night on the fire were unreal, so I'm just doing those again. Same way. No fresh fish tonight. We're having steaks. Steak night. And I'm excited because I love steak. It took about half an hour last night, so we're doing the same. I reckon I nailed it last night. So we do the same thing. Same feed, just no fish. Steak night instead. Can't have fish every night, can you? Especially if you don't catch any fish. Yeah, all right, let's get these suckers on. Get rid of that big boy. There we go. That plate super hot for steaks, so I'm going to move a bit of timber in there. It's good to do all your moving before you get any steak on there, otherwise you get coals. You get coals in your steak. Yeah, that's what I want. All right, I beefed up the flames. I want to get this steak really hot. Let's whack her on. There we go. Got olive oil on top. Flip. Oh yes. He's just about done. Didn't actually get as hot as I thought it would. Rest that for a minute. They should be long done. Ooh. Check these suckers. Ooh. Mate, you need a college education to get into the things. Yep. I've nailed them again. All right, here we go. Steak, potatoes on the fire, and coleslaw. I've saved my last bit of salt for this. Man, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, mate, that is ridiculous. Potatoes, absolutely nailed them. It actually didn't get as hot as I thought. I really wanted to get that steak really sizzling, but the fire's really hot, but it just didn't seem to get too hot there. Wow. We're gonna wrap this day up here. Gonna smash this feed, get an early night again, and get up and do it all again tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, I'm just gonna do a half day. I'm gonna stay for a couple of hours, then it's time to pack up and go home. So a couple of hours in the morning, and hopefully we can get absolutely lifted, man, because bit of a dry day today. No fish, but that's fishing, man. We're out here doing it, and that's the main thing. What a spot, man. I'm absolutely loving the spot. We'll see us first thing in the morning. Let's get bit, baby. All right, morning. 5:30 in the morning, and it is freezing cold. But you know what that means. The easterly's pumping, and the balloons are gonna be singing. So it's all good, baby. We're gonna warm up, we're gonna defrost by the fire, get a little bit of caffeine going, and then get a gassy out there and try and get a mackerel on the last day. Or maybe one of those long-tail tuna that I saw yesterday. One of those would be real, real nice. All right, so the boys still haven't got one next door. Bit disappointing, but I reckon today's gonna be the day. They're gonna get their first mackerel today. I can feel it. Yesterday was a bit of a quiet day. When you're dealing with an animal, they don't always eat. And that's exactly what you're dealing with. You're dealing with an unpredictable animal. They don't chew every day. And yesterday seemed like one of those days they just weren't really on. Those longies came in the afternoon. It was a low tide on sunset. So it looks like they started eating just before the sunset and just before the low tide, but it also could have been in the arvo when it's pretty much as soon as that sou'wester came in is when I got the drone up and started seeing these schools of schools of long-tail tuna actually eating and feeding. So typical case with many fish, when the southerly or sou'wester blows, that's when they start feeding. When you're gas ballooning, you obviously don't have the option to get a bait out to them. You could have got one on the drone yesterday if you were drone fishing, but not really my thing. I'd rather just film them. So today's a new day. We got high tide at about 8 o'clock. So I think bite time is going to be between that sort of 8 and 10. It'll be a later bite each day. Even on the first day I was here, it was quite a late bite, and each day it'll get later and later as that tide moves on. So another 20 minutes, I reckon, and we'll be sending a bait out. All right, it's definitely more than 13, 14 knots. More like 15, 16, 17 knots. It's windy, real windy. Can't even sit by the fire because the wind's just channeling straight through there. So it's actually warmer by the car than next to the fire. Go figure. I thought we'd mix it up. Got a blue balloon today. Found that in the kit. Oh, Bluey. Bluey's got to get bit for sure. So here's another little trick as well. I never take gas out. I'll always just run, not always the same balloon, but pretty much same-ish balloon. If it's really windy, I just tie a little sinker onto the top hook there. So if my balloon was already blown up, I'd definitely never take gas out of it. I would instead just tie a little sinker on for insurance. But that's what I've done today. I've blown the balloon up, and I've blown up the same size as I normally use. And instead of making a smaller balloon, I've just put a little bit of a lead on the end there. And that just keeps my bait in the water, stops it from lifting up. Anything over sort of 15 knots, I pretty much always have a sinker on the top hook there. Doesn't affect it. It'll just keep your bait in the water a bit better. A little bit more swell today and a shitload more wind. Let's send this baby out. It's absolutely gonna sail. Balloon's out about 40 meters. Send the bait. Oh man, the things you knew not to get your Ugg boots wet. Ocean is absolutely alive. There's birds, bait, there's so much activity. The young fellas are on up the road, and I reckon I'm going to be on in a sec. I'm contemplating, do I run up there, do I stay here? I think I've got to run up there. Let's run up and film their first Spaniard. Spaniard, isn't it? Early morning express, lads. I didn't see it here, but I can see it out there. Yeah, it's alive. There's birds everywhere. I think old mate got bit. And I was like looking at yours like, you're gonna get bit in a second. Then I'm like, oh, they're already on. Got a nice spot to land him.
Where do you reckon?
Go a little bit to the left. See how you got that little gap there? Playing him, you're right. Come a bit closer. Yep. You've just got a bit of a reef there. Go to the left.
Brother, thank you.
That's awesome, mate.
Oh, thanks, mate.
That's awesome, man.
That's fucking sick.
First barring, it's a good one too. Didn't even get to use the gaff, brother. Ah,
Awesome, mate.
unreal, lads.
Awesome, mate. Thank you.
Unreal, no worries, man. That's sick. Hold it up, get a shot. That's unreal, man. Jump in, brother.
Come in, Jordo. That's so
Nah, it's everyone's. What? It's not one person's.
Yeah.
Fish like this, it's not one person's fish. He wouldn't have been able to do it without his mate there.
Absolutely.
All right, absolutely unreal to be part of a bloke's first mackerel land-based. I come running over, probably gonna be hooked up soon, but nonetheless, man, the boys are singing first land-based mackerel.
Mate, you put in about a 100-metre sprint to get over here, so appreciate it.
Gone for a bit of a jog. Ew!
Awesome, fucking awesome.
I've just gone for a 100-metre sprint down the beach to film their fish, and now I'm back on my fish. This is going to be a grueling wind in. Oh, wow. You know what? I couldn't care less if I land this fish or not, because I've just seen some young frothers catch their first land-based Spanish mackerel, and that makes the trip for me. They put in the work and they got the fish. Truly unreal. That's what this sport's about. You work hard, you keep tapping, and you'll get the fish. Any fish, doesn't matter what you're targeting. Target it, work hard, keep tapping, and you'll catch that fish. Blue marlin, black marlin, Spanish mackerel, golden trevally, giant trevally, whatever it is, mate. Work hard, tap hard, you'll catch it. Wave up its ass. Be nice to surf him in on that. Missed it. There he is. Missed that wave too. It's all right, there's another 10 waves behind that. On leader. Definitely in this wave, surely. Oh, oh. He's gonna get tumbled. Not getting me Ugg boots wet. Not for no mackerel. It'd have to be a 40 kilo fish for me to get Ugg boots wet. Still not getting Ugg boots wet. Come on. Here at WCS, we do not get Ugg boots wet. Big slabs, baby, on the sunrise. Oh, look at the bars on it, man. Beautiful fish. Oh, that's unreal. Oh, what a beautiful morning for it too. Oh, look at that. Beautiful fish, probably about 12 to 13 kilos. I'm gonna fill this guy up. That's me just about done, man. Look at the bars. Beautiful fish. Well, they're an animal. They are unpredictable. So many fish biting right now. No fish chewing yesterday. They just wouldn't feed yesterday. They're absolutely on today. Absolutely on. Honestly, I think it would be rude not to send out another one. We're here. Why not? Punch another one, eh? you're also interested in doing this style of fishing, on my website, westcoastsalt.net, I've got the exact blueprint tutorial of how I caught those fish. All the things that I've learned after the last decade of doing this style of fishing, it's all on there, exactly how to do it. So if you're interested in it, jump online, westcoastsalt.net, completely free, jump on and see exactly how I caught those fish. Let's get this one on the fillet before the next one hooks up. I'm just sending that out. It's got on the ratchet so it doesn't overrun. Normally I'd watch it, but we're a little bit busy today. We're just busy, man. It's a busy morning. Get a nice slab off this. I'm not gonna cutlet this, just gonna slab it up and also take the belly section out there for a sword bait. All right, that's what you're left with. Simple as that. Big slab of Spaniard. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Roll him over. Same thing on the other side. I bet we're gonna get bit again soon, eh? I can feel it. Big mackerel slabs, baby. All right, not gonna show you too much more of that because you know I just chop that up, take out the backbone, and I am done. This bait's gonna get lifted soon. I wanna get a drone out. I wanna catch a strike on the drone. We're gonna see you guys in a minute. Grab this, make this fight a little bit easier. Oh, he's pissing. Whack it into gear. Yep, solid fish. Solid fish. It's not really working out for me, but I'm just trying to capture one on the drone. And every time I go to put the drone out, a fish jumps on. And I just miss it with the drone. Oh. I reckon this one's a bit bigger. He had a good run at the start. Seen him smack it. Oh, going for another run now. I don't fight heavy drag here. Quite light drag. Definitely a bigger fish. I'm on the right angle to bring him straight in, so I don't need to change angle or anything like that. Ooh. Another run now. Oh, this one really screamed at the start. It's a long wind. I've had wide drifts. Every fish I've caught's been on a wide drift here. Caught nothing in close. I want to really angle this fish because I don't want to be going near that reef. Oh, another run. They seem to have another run when they get to this last reef bit here. Not the shore-based reef, but there's a reef sort of quite far out. Another run, and I'm going to back that off. If he wants to go, I'm going to let him go. Oh, oh. Going for a good run there. That was a good run. He's going for another run. Doesn't want to come off that beach break. See that? He's nervous. He's nervous about the beach. Now I'm going to angle him right up because he's starting to piss me off. He's going left and I don't want to go left. We're going right, brother. Me and you. We're going right, all right? It's got a good weight behind it. Couple of big runs. It's got all the characteristics of a good fish. is just behind that breaker there. Now I like being up high on the beach because it gives me good angle, but sometimes you just can't. I need to create that angle to the right to be able to get him over that reef, otherwise he's going to do me on that reef. And as soon as he pops up, I'll run to the left. Oh, not the best angle. There's going to be a lot of pressure here and I might have to back it off. You are kidding. It's not even a big fish. What it is it was hooked in the gut. Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down, buddy. Calm down, little fella. That's what it was. Little fish, gut hooked. So it makes like there's a lot more pressure there. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Nah, I'm not. Beautiful fish. Little guy. Not that little, is he? He's still a beautiful fish off the beach. Have a look at that. He's an unreal fish. Look at the bars on him. Oh, big tail. Oh, that's unreal. Oh, that is truly unreal. I've actually been trying to drone one. I want to try and capture a strike on the drone. It's been really hard. I just keep hooking fish. This is unreal. What a trip. These ones off the beach, they're worth 3 off the ledge and 5 off the boat. Truly unreal, man. What a beautiful sport this is, and what a beautiful spot this is. A really special spot. I'm loving it. Well, we're gonna wrap that one up there. What an absolute awesome few days away. Time to pump the tyres up. It's also time to thank ARB Cockburn for jumping on as a major sponsor. Not only are they helping me, but they can also help you guys. Go into ARB Cockburn, quote the code WCSVIP, and they'll give you a cheeky little discount. They're a family owned and operated business, so go on in and support the guys that support us, because it's companies like that, small businesses like that make these trips a lot more accessible for me and a lot easier to do. I'm loving doing this shit, man. If you guys are liking what you're seeing, hit that like button, drop a comment, it all helps. Share it around, and we'll see you on the next one, baby. What a bloody trip.